Morning came slowly. The air felt cool. Sunlight slowly entered a small house. The small house wasn't big, but it was tidy. It was warm. Inside the small house lived a small mouse. His name was Tiko. Tiko was a good mouse. Tiko was a diligent mouse. Tiko was also an obedient mouse. This morning, Tiko woke up from his sleep. Tiko said softly. Tiko opened his eyes. Tiko smiled slightly. Good morning, Tiko said softly. Tiko sat on his bed. He straightened his blanket, straightened it, tidied it. The bed must be made, Tiko said softly. It's my job. Tiko got out of bed. His steps were small. His steps were slow. On the floor of the small house, there were many toys. There were small cars. There were small balls. There were colorful blocks. Those toys belonged to Tiko. Tiko liked to play. Tiko enjoyed playing. Tiko looked at his toys. He was silent for a moment. Wow, Tiko said quietly. I have a lot of toys. Tiko wasn't angry. Tiko wasn't sad. Tiko thought, these are my toys, Tiko said softly. I use them. Tiko nodded slightly. If I use them, Tiko said quietly, I have to tidy them up too. Tiko picked up a toy, a small car. The car was put into a box, slowly, carefully. Come in, Tiko said softly. Tiko picked up another toy, a red block, then a blue block, then a yellow block, one by one, no rush. As he tidied, Tiko smiled. Oh, said little Tiko, tidying up toys is fun. The toy box was starting to fill. The floor was starting to clean. The little house felt cozy. Tiko stood for a moment. He looked around. My house is tidy, Tiko said happily. I'm happy. Tiko clapped his hands gently. Not hard, just softly. I've taken responsibility, Tiko said softly. That morning in the little house, Tiko felt proud, and Tiko's day had just begun. Daylight slowly came. The sun shone softly. Tiko's little house felt bright. Tiko had had breakfast. His stomach was full. His heart was happy. I want to play, Tiko said quietly. Tiko walked to the corner of the house. There was the toy box. The box was neat. The box was clean. Tiko opened the box, slowly, carefully. Wow, said little Tiko. My toys are ready to play. Tiko picked up a toy, a small red car. The car rolled across the floor. Boom, boom, slowly. Tiko smiled. He enjoyed playing. Then Tiko picked up a small ball. The ball rolled, slowly, not far. Tiko chuckled. Hee hee. Tiko played happily. He played while sitting. He played quietly. After a while, Tiko stopped playing. He looked around. The toys were on the floor again. Tiko was silent for a moment. He thought. Tiko said quietly. Tiko remembered something. Tiko remembered this morning. This is my toy, Tiko said softly. I used it. Tiko nodded slightly. Now that I've played, Tiko said softly, I have to tidy up again. Tiko didn't complain. Tiko didn't delay. Tiko picked up the red car. The car went into the box. Thank you for playing with me, Tiko said softly. then the small ball, into the box. One toy, then another. Tiko tidied up with a smile. His hands moved slowly. His heart was calm. Tidying up toys is fun, said little Tiko. The toy box was tidy again. The floor was clean again. Tiko stood up. He looked at his little house. My house is comfortable, Tiko said happily. I'm happy. Tiko felt a warmth in his chest. He felt proud. I'm a responsible child, Tiko said softly. The afternoon felt peaceful. In that little house, Tiko felt happy. And Tiko is ready to continue his day with a good heart. Evening slowly approached. The sunlight began to soften. Tiko's little house felt warm. Tiko had been playing for a long time. He felt a little tired. Tiko said softly. Tiko sat on the floor. His legs were stretched out. His hands were on his lap. I'm tired, Tiko said softly. On the floor, there were more toys. There were blocks, there were balls, there were small cars. Tiko looked at his toys. He was silent for a moment. Said little Tiko. Tiko felt like resting. Tiko wanted to just sit. But Tiko remembered something. This is my toy, Tiko said softly. I use it. Tiko took a deep breath, slowly, calmly. Even if I'm tired, Tiko said softly, I still have to be responsible. Tiko stood up slowly. He didn't rush. He picked up a toy, a block. He put it in the box, slowly. Just a little, said little Tiko. Then another toy, and another. Tiko tidied up little by little. Not fast, not slow. Tiko smiled slightly. Even though he was tired, he was happy. Tiko said softly, tidying up toys is still fun. The toy box was almost full. The floor was starting to get clean. Tiko wiped his forehead, not because it was hot, because he was tired. I'm great, Tiko said softly. I didn't give up. The last toy went into the box. The box closed gently. Tiko looked around. His little house was tidy again. Tiko sat down. He took a breath. I've done my job, Tiko said softly. That afternoon in the small house, Tiko learned one thing. Taking responsibility can still be done even when you're tired. And after that, Tiko was ready to rest with a calm heart. Night slowly approached. The sky began to darken. Small stars appeared one by one. Inside the small house, a small lamp was on. Tiko had bathed. His body was clean. His heart was calm. Tiko sat on the floor. He looked around his small house. The floor was clean. The toys were neatly tucked away in boxes. The small house felt comfortable. Tiko smiled. It was a small smile, but warm. My house is tidy, Tiko said softly. I'm happy. Tiko nodded slightly. Today I played, Tiko said softly. Today I tidied up. Tiko hugged himself. Take it slow. I've taken responsibility, said little Tiko. Tiko felt a warmth in his chest, not heat, but pride. Looking after the toys is my job, Tiko said softly. Looking after this little house is my job. Tiko stood up. He walked slowly to the toy box. Tiko touched the box, gently. "Thank you," Tiko said softly. He sat back down. Tiko's eyes were starting to get sleepy. "I had fun today," said little Tiko. Tiko lay down. He got into bed. The blanket was pulled back gently. The small lamp was dimmed. "Tomorrow I'll play again," Tiko said softly. "And tomorrow I'll tidy up again." Tiko smiled. His eyes slowly closed. In the little house, Tiko slept peacefully. Because today, Tiko had done his responsibility. The story of Tiko Tikus ends with a smile and a little message for kids. Tidying up toys is fun. Tidying up is responsibility, and you can do it. Morning was just around the corner. The sky was still calm. Tiko's little house was still silent. Tiko was sleeping soundly. His face was peaceful. His heart was happy. In his dream, Tiko smiled. He dreamed about playing. He dreamed about toys. He dreamed about a tidy little house. A soft voice rang out. It was Tiko's voice. "Children," Tiko said softly, "playing is fun. Toys are friends. But," Tiko said softly, "toys need to be tidied up too." Tiko spoke with a warm heart. "When we play," said little Tiko, "we also have responsibilities. Pick up the toys, play happily, then tidy up slowly. No need to rush. No need to get angry. Little by little," Tiko said softly, "you can do it." Tiko smiled in his dream. "Tidying up toys is fun," Tiko said softly. "The house is clean. It makes me happy." "If the house is tidy," said little Tiko, "we can play again tomorrow." Tiko took a deep breath. Calm, peaceful. "I'm Tiko Tikus," Tiko said softly. "I'm diligent. I'm obedient. I'm responsible. And you can too." Morning began to come. The sunlight slowly streamed in. Tiko opened his eyes. He smiled slightly. A new day was ready to begin, with play, with tidying up, with responsibility. And the story ended.